Hi there, my name is Derek from Pacific Coast Auto Imports here in Japan, and we're taking a look here at an ER34 Nissan Skyline. This one here is a turbo with 5-speed manual transmission, and although it looks somewhat like a GTR, it only has the GTR face swap, and so you get kind of a cool looking GTR-like look on it. But this one here is the rear-wheel drive turbocharged 280 horsepower version of the car. So this one was bought from auction. It's going to be imported to Italy. And actually this customer is I guess a fairly regular customer of ours, and is always buying some pretty hot cars. I know that he's imported an FD. I can't remember his first car, but I think it was maybe a yellow S15 or something. So the ER34s are gaining in value a lot, just like the BNR 34s or the Skyline GTR version of the car. GTRs at the moment of shooting this are somewhere between 3 million and 5 million yen, and then the ER34s like this are somewhere in between about 700,000 to about 2 million yen. But still is a good car. This one here has been repainted. It wasn't originally Bayside blue. It was originally red, as you can see in the engine bay there. But the repaint looks like it was generally pretty well done. It was all done at the same time, and so even between panels, there's a little bit of notice that it's not original paint here and there. But in general, I think that you can be pretty happy with this repaint. Okay, so first off, the Neo 6 RB25 DET. This one here has variable valve timing and is the final version of the inline 6-cylinder RB series engine before they went over to a V6 for the Skylines. And so it is a cool engine in that respect. 280 horsepower is no slouch, and then very tunable if you want. This one has aftermarket suspension in here, aftermarket front mount intercooler by Blitz, and it's actually shiny and nice and beautiful, and suits the image of the car really well, I think. Aftermarket air filter, and other than that, it's nothing else aftermarket. But these cars are known to rust on the suspension strut towers. This one has just a tiny bit right here that you're going to want to grind down and seal off before it gets worse. This side looks like we're pretty good. Okay, going to lower the hood. Coolant is fine, oil is fine, vehicle's ready for shipping. Bayside blue hood prop. That's fine. Okay, the hood on these ones isn't made out of aluminum like it is in the GTR, so it is heavier. And I quite like the look of these when they're made to look like GTRs. I think the GTR face is very aggressive and very cool looking. I think it suits the car really well. The only thing you're missing here is you don't have the widened fenders, front and rear. And so it's a different look on the car. And this piece here is a little bit interesting. Usually the GTR face swaps, they'll include a GTR hood made out of fiberglass or carbon fiber or something. And the GTR hood is different from the ER34. This one's the ER34 hood with this piece here to make it look more like a GTR. So typically you would have this section bumps up a little bit to make a bigger intake for the radiator. But we have just a little piece on there instead. Which is a little bit weird looking when you look at it. But as a complete package, it's nice looking. Alright, so let's look over the auction sheet, then I'll go over the exterior and then the interior. So this one bought from auction in Tokyo. It's a 1999, so that's the first year of the ER34s. It's a 25 GT turbo, and so that's, as I said, the rear-wheel drive turbocharged version. 145, 298 kilometers. Also note that the R33's version of the RB25 engine has 250 horsepower, so you got an extra 30 horsepower for the 34. Auction rate 4 with interior grade B, and overall the vehicle is in quite good condition. Color change to blue, it says here. Raised Vogue 17-inch wheels, and they're really cool wheel. I really like these ones. You can see that underneath the spokes, there's another layer of blue. It says Vogue Racing. It's quite nice. Unfortunately, these are older wheels now, and they tend to not be in good condition usually. This one has some scrapes along here, and then a little bit of corrosion, as you can see in there. And they look like they'd be a bit of a challenging wheel to restore because of the inside being painted like that. But nonetheless, they are cool, and you can always get new wheels if you're not down. Okay, so original Xenon headlights, original 3 extra gauges in the console section of the car. It has original tower bar, Blitz front mount intercooler, Uras, that's U-R-A-S is how it's spelled, Uras Type R arrow on the front, side, and rear. I have to say, it's nice, and I like how the side skirt kind of comes out here like that, and how the rear bumper comes out right there. I think it works well as a package, and it gives a much more aggressive look to the non-GTR body. Okay, GTR type rear spoiler, various other aftermarket parts, adjustable suspension so you can raise and lower it if you like, aftermarket exhaust, it sounds lovely, aftermarket air filter, Nismo clear signals or winkers, 4-pot calipers. Okay, those are just the stock ones. I don't know where we wrote that. It was originally an automatic, so it changed over to 5-speed. That'll save you about $800 to $1,500 depending on the car. If you go for a non-original 5-speed, you still get the 5-speed, but it's original auto, so some things in the inside are different, and I'll show you when we get into there. Full repaint in Bayside blue. It is an aftermarket Bayside blue. It's not the official one. You can tell because this one here is a single stage paint, and the Bayside blue is a multi-stage paint. Okay, but it does look really good. This car is stunning in blue, especially like a pearlescent blue like this. Okay, interior liner wear and dirty, wheels scratched, underside has some slight surface rust, various scratches, dents, and paint wave on the car. Also it says cloudy headlight. Let's have a look at that. Apparently this light's cloudy. Yep, it's true. These lights are known to get cloudy, but you can polish them. You can get them clear again. Small scratch there, small dent there, small scratch there. Almost perfect body. And then windshield rock chip is nothing to worry about. Okay, so once around here, bicycle guys. Yeah, good looking car, good sounding car, good performing car, especially outside of Japan. These are nice cars to have. I'm not sure how many of these exist in Italy, but it seems like there would be some really nice roads there for a car like this. I really like the GTR, but at less than half the price, these are a really good deal. And usually the GTS versions, or the non-GTR versions, don't hold their value very well, but this one is. The 34 being the last generation of the inline 6-cylinder versions. These are worth way more than the next generation of Skylines, also known as the Infinity V35s. Okay, no scratches in that bottom lip. And that's a Nismo look GTR bumper. Yeah, cool lines, cool car. Okay, so not much to talk about with the outside because it's all in good condition. The rear spoiler is a little bit deformed. You can see it's a bit saggy. But like the original GTR, this is a replica of the GTR. It's not an original one, and this is adjustable, so you can raise it up if you want more downforce. But it's I guess a dual spoiler, dual blade, dual wing. I don't know what you call it. It's cool. And then in the original one, yeah, and this one too, these are removable, so you can get taller ones. I don't know if you can get the like for the original spoiler, you can get different feet. The aftermarket ones that work with the original top blade to raise it up if you wanted. I'm not sure if this aftermarket one would work with those feet though. Okay, inside. And the inside of this, compared to today's cars, is kind of low rent, but it does have its charm. It's not bad by any means, but it's pretty simple. Okay. So the seats in this are good. They're better than the GTS-T seats for the 33 or the 32, but the GTR seats are a big improvement over them. Condition is good, but because of the color, they tend to get dirty quickly. This is what I've seen. Alright, so because it's an automatic, here are the things that are different. Number one, when you shift into reverse, it'll go beep, beep, beep. You also have shifter buttons, because the automatic transmission version of this has shifter buttons. And then you get this. Traction control off. Let's turn that. Oh, weird. Okay, so when I started the video, or when I did the cold engine start, the traction control off lamp was only on when you press the button down there. Here it is. Now we have the slip button or slip lamp, and the check engine lamp is on. A little bit weird. The engine still runs properly. Seems like it's going to be some sort of a sensor issue. But what I was going to say is this bar here shows you what gear that you're in. So this gauge set is from the automatic transmission version as well. Okay, the dashboard's in good shape other than the material being a little bit sticky due to breaking down, but that's not a big issue. Shift knob is nice condition. This is nice condition. Steering wheel feels good. And in general, driving the car feels excellent. The car feels like it's been kept in good condition, and it feels like it's lower mileage than 150,000. Also, the doors were properly painted. The inside of here is properly painted. And let's have a look in the trunk. Open it up. Full carpeted trunk. No strut tower bar in there. And you can see some red underneath here, but it's not that distracting because here's your eye level. Only young kids, only like a 7-year-old would be like, hey, is this car not originally blue? I can see some red in the trunk. Oh, and yeah. That sounds good. Hyper medallion. Alright, back to the inside here. Rear seats. Pretty standard issue, not much to say there. You get a center seat belt. That's a little bit weird. Somebody's going to sit on the hump there. Smells nice inside. Headliner is nice. Oh, and these seats annoy me. When you open it up, it goes back into this position. Not like the GTR seats that remember how far back you like your seat to be positioned. So it's one of those cars where you only let people in from the passenger side. Okay, so bought from auction, exported to Europe. I'm gonna have a. Is that okay to say? Do people in European countries don't like to be considered Europe? I'm from Canada, and it would be weird if people said this would be exported to North America. Exported to Italy. Good looking car. Rims of the correct era. I think that's cool. Alright, so that's the video there. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, check out our website if you're interested in importing your own cars. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and have a nice day.